Technological competence is one of the most significant qualities that a nation can possess at the heart of innovation, one that combines both skill and experience. Technological skills are also the most sought after and one sector in which supply in many developed economies has still not met demand. According to the 2020 Best Countries Survey, technical competence is one of 10 features used to establish the entrepreneurship sub-ranking. But before we hop into the details, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. The top 10 countries considered to possess technical competence according to the Global Firepowers Updated Research are: Number 10. Brazil. South America might not seem much like a military powerhouse, but every country needs its military, and the stronger the better. Brazil is the sixth largest country by population, and with an active armed force of 334,500 personnel and a total of 1,674,500 military personnel, Brazil achieved this position on the list. As a means to protect their natural resource, the country possesses as many as 715 air vehicles, where 43 are fighter jets and 242 are helicopters. Other than that, a total of 1,820 armored land vehicles, 112 naval assets, and a defense budget of approximately $27.8 billion. Brazil has itself sorted out and remains strong on its grounds. Number 9. Egypt. Egypt, one of the Middle East's most dominant and modern countries, certainly has a large military. Global Fire, the leading international ranking website, rated Egypt 9th out of 138 countries in terms of its military ability, with the country jumping 3 positions compared to 2019, according to the recently published 2020 study on the website. The total military personnel is 920,000, while 36,075,104 people are classified as fit for service. The study said that the total strength of Egypt stands at 1,054 assets when it comes to Air Force, including 215 fighters, 294 aircraft, 81 attack helicopters, and 387 trainers. In the ranking of land forces, the study states that 4,295 tanks, 11,700 protected vehicles, and 1,084 rocket projectors, among other weapons of war, are housed in the Egyptian military. The defense budget of Egypt is estimated to be $11.2 billion. Number 8. United Kingdom. Since the end of the Cold War, the British government has authorized the biggest increase in its defense expenditure, with £16.5 billion, that's 21.9 billion American dollars, in extra funds made available over a 4-year period for spending on shipbuilding, space, cyber, science, and other sectors. As of the 1st of October 2020, the United Kingdom has reported a total strength of 275,660 military personnel. The country has as many as 733 air vehicles as a means of defending its air and making its land much safer, with 133 fighter jets and 312 helicopters. Other than that, a total of 5,000 armored land vehicles, 88 naval assets, and proven oil reserves of 2.5 billion barrels, UK is standing strong on the list. Number 7. France. In total, almost 30,000 French troops, sailors, and airmen are committed on a daily basis to addressing the threats that threaten the common security of France and its allies, especially the United States, whose first ally is France. Acquisition, operation, and maintenance expenditures and other defense funds are included in the French overall defense budget. The overall budget of the armed forces has risen from $46.5 billion in 2016 to $53.9 billion in 2020, with a CAGR of 3% over the historical period. The French forces possess as much as 268,000 active personnel, 589 helicopters, 269 fighter jets, 6,028 armed vehicles, and 180 naval assets, making it one of the strongest military technology countries. Number 6. South Korea. According to analysts' projections, North Korea may have more than 60 nuclear weapons and has successfully tested missiles that could hit the United States with a nuclear warhead. With more than 1.2 million troops, it has the world's sixth largest military and is known to possess chemical and biological weapons. Pyongyang continues to test ballistic missiles despite sanctions from the UN Security Council and recent summits between North Korea, South Korea, and the United States on denuclearization. South Korean Army possesses as much as 580,000 active personnel, 803 helicopters, 414 fighter jets, 14,000 armed vehicles, and 234 naval assets, making it one of the strongest military technology countries. In 2020, South Korea is expected to be spending up to $44 billion on its military to make it more effective than ever. Number 5. Japan. Japan's armed forces in North Korea have to deal with a volatile neighbor. This Asian nation only has a fraction of the headcount that turbulent neighbor North Korea has, with an estimated active military force of 247,160, but makes up for it with its upgraded weapons. Japan has 152 special mission aircraft, according to Global Firepower's estimates, more than any country in the world other than the US, and a formidable Navy fleet including 40 destroyers. It also has 3,130 armored vehicles, 1,004 tanks, and 119 helicopters for attack. In 2020, Japan is expected to be spending $49 billion on its military. Number 4. India. India has an estimated 1,444,000 individuals serving actively in its armed forces. India, which has been engaged in a protracted territorial dispute over the Kashmir region with neighboring Pakistan, has an estimated 1,444,000 people serving actively in its armed forces. Global Firepower reports that in the number of tanks, 4,292, towed artillery, 4,060, and fighter aircraft, 538, the developing nation is among the world leaders. This year, India is expected to be spending $61 billion on its military. Number 3. China. China, which has the world's biggest active-duty army, is becoming a rising U.S. adversary. China, Asia's most influential nation and a rising U.S. adversary, ranks third on this list. The communist superpower, the largest in the world, has an estimated active workforce of 2,183,000. In recent years, China has been building up its navy while participating in territorial disputes throughout the South China Sea. They have 74 warships, 52 frigates, and 36 destroyers today, says Global Firepower. China has 33,000 armored vehicles on land and 3,500 tanks. 1,232 fighter aircraft and 281 attack helicopters have been amassed by their air force. China is estimated to spend $237 billion on its armed forces in 2020. Number 2. Russia. Russian soldiers are positioned by a convoy of rocket launchers at the 2008 Red Square military parade rehearsal in Moscow. Russia, whose military has been active in Syria and Ukraine in recent years, has the most tanks of any nation in the world. 12,950, more than twice what the U.S. has, according to Global Firepower's figures. It is estimated that its 1,013,628 active personnel are responsible for commanding 27,038 armored vehicles, 6,083 self-propelled artillery units, and 3,860 rocket projectors on ground. In the skies, there are 873 fighter aircraft in Russia's Air Force and 531 attack helicopters. They have 62 submarines and 48 warships in the water. Russia is estimated to spend $48 billion on its military this year. Number 1. The United States. According to the Global Firepower, the U.S. is the world's undisputed highest military force. The U.S. retains its top spot as the undisputed military power in the world, Global Firepower states, in what should not be a surprise. With 2,085 fighters, 967 attack helicopters, 945 carriers, and 742 special mission aircraft, America has more air units than any other nation on Earth. With 39,253 armored cars, 91 Navy destroyers, and 20 aircraft carriers, the U.S. still leads the nation. It has an annual working workforce of 1,400,000. In 2020, Washington awarded $750 billion to the U.S. military budget. This was all about the top 10 military technology countries up until now. Thank you for watching this video, and if you want something to be included in our next video, let us know in the comment box below. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Also, hit the bell icon to stay up to date and be the first one to watch our latest videos.